Shasu, Shasu, Shasu. Welcome to episode 4 of Numerality, where sound meets symbols and consciousness finds clarity. Our mission is to empower individuals on their spiritual journeys through personalized insights derived from numerology, astrology, tarot, alternative holistic practices, and spiritual modalities. Our vision is to create a nurturing community where individuals can explore their spiritual paths, embrace their true selves, and connect with like-minded seekers. Today is Thursday, January 16th, 2025. I will provide the numerality for the day, which will include the elemental energies, tarot, astrology, personal insights, and numerology. So today is Thursday. It's ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter wants to expand, to mature, to experience. It is the Lord of faith, growth, long distance travel, philosophy, law, optimism, expansion, and discovery. With the energy of Thursday, the things you could do to capitalize off the energy would be activities like starting or opening a business, starting things you want to grow in the future, asking for favors, playing the lottery, sharing your knowledge. So it would be attending social gatherings, learning new things, and mental, spiritual, physical healing, emotional healing as well. So the number 3 is also connected to the planet Jupiter and also the signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. I do want to remind you all that the week, the world personal week for the world, the energy for the world this week is the number 3. So today could be a powerful day for you. The 3 has to do with imagination, expansion, self-expression, self-improvement, creativity, creation, joy, happiness, communication, entertainment, charisma, popularity, and optimism. It can also talk about energies being scattered. The 3 in the Rider-Waite Tarot talks about the Empress card, and it has to do with travel, entertainment, self-expression, pregnancy, creativity, nurturing in the home, happiness, internal and external. It has to do with abundance, happiness, sensuality, and growth. It's connected to the planet Jupiter, which wants to, again, expand, mature, and wants to experience. It is the Lord of faith, growth, law, optimism, expansion, and discovery. This energy of the 3, the Empress, is also connected to the planet Venus, which wants to relate, unite, connect. It wants to love. It's about attraction, harmony, happiness, beauty, art, romance, balance, and justice. So I just wanted to make that connection because today could be a powerful day to set some things in motion for the next cycle. All right. Now, so yesterday's fire element, what we were most aware of was the 25-7, and that had to do with the Knight of Wands. It was about change, a change of residence, trials, health, success after difficulty, determination, drive, self-confident, charming and lovable, impulsiveness, and also a fast life. That was the energy of spring, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and this energy is also the gem of the year, or the gift for us to help us throughout this year. The 7 has to do with like rest, inner growth, self-awareness, faith, spirituality, intuition, inner knowing, isolation, discernment. It's connected to the planet Uranus. Uranus wants to create or originate something, or be the creator of something. It wants to convert something without destroying it. So without throwing a baby out, with the bathwater type energy. Don't do that, by the way. It is connected to the planet Uranus, which has an affinity to originality, independence, being eccentric, inventors, aerial matters, space, unusual people, places, and things. So that was the energy of yesterday. So it was kind of like if we had to sit down, we sat down. If we were moved to act in a different manner, or to change the direction of how we were putting our energy into something, then that was kind of like what the 7 is forcing us to do. Because internally we had to have a conversation about, okay, what are all these limitations forcing me to do? Sit down and allow the messages to come to you, and then you can move and be more in flow. So it was more about being in flow, resting, going at a pace that was suitable for you, not rushing. Even though the Knight of Wands it looks like it's rushing, fast paced, but when you think about spring, like everything had to go through a cycle for it to be able to come out during that time. So think about timing, and how timing, its pace is consistent and constant, and it's just present. So you were present more or less yesterday. So now moving into today, thinking about from that energy moving into today, the fire element for today would be a 26-8, and that is represented by the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands has to do with messages, new adventures, study, marriage. That could also mean contracts, or contracts, gestation, which simply means allowing the development of an idea. It talks about passion, determination, a new direction, ideas, inspiration, and optimism. This energy is connected to the third decan of Aries, and that is a Jupiter signature on a Jupiter day. So Jupiter wants to expand, it wants to mature, it wants to experience. It is the Lord of faith, long distance travel, philosophy, law of optimism, expansion, discovery. The number 8 has to do with career, major moves, power, recognition, authority, self-confidence, inner strength, executive ability, being a CEO, success, good judgment. It is connected to the planet of Saturn. Saturn wants to limit, control, have discipline, restriction, boundaries, structure, self-discipline, and cause and effect, what we call karma. And it is also, the 8 is also connected to the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn acts in a manner of prudent or prudently, with the desire to avoid error, and reservedly with a posture to expose opinions or affairs. It has an affinity with old age, politics, responsibility, seriousness, persistence, government service, and public administration. And last but not least, for this 8 energy in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's also connected to the root number 8 is connected to the Strength card, and that connects to the energy of responsibility, money, business, and karma. That energy is also connected to Saturn, which wants to limit, control, discipline, restrict, have boundaries, create structure, self-discipline, and is also connected to the planet, the energy of Leo, which we won't be in this Leo energy for too much longer, but Leo acts in a manner that is impressively with an excitation of admiration and creativity, with the power to produce. It has an affinity to fatherhood, theater, warmth. It's the performer, honor, jewelry, stockbroking, and other types of gambling. So that's the energy of the 8 today. So we could be more so. 8 is like finishing up a process, and we've gone through all the steps of the process, and now we're basically acting as the CEO of what we put together. So let's just say that we put together this idea to start a lemonade stand. We got the idea to have the lemonade stand. That's the one. The 2 would be looking. is to see how we could be of service to people with this lemonade stand. 3 would be like setting up the area or looking at how we could set this this lemonade stand up. 4 would be creating a structure, like where's it going to be at, where's the line at, where are we getting the food, the lemonade from, what kind of pictures do we have, how many people do we have. It would create some type of order for that lemonade stand and how it runs. 5 would be actually having it run and then seeing how it's running, and in the moment going through the hiccups and finding out what things may not work with what, and what you may need more of, what you may need less of. That is more or less the 5 energy, being outgoing with that experience. That 6 would be, okay, we saw the limitations with that 5 and how we went through that expressing ourselves at that lemonade stand. The 6 would be harmonizing the limitations that we found and harmonizing what didn't work and starting to put things together. The 7 would be rest, allowing things to fall into place. And then the 8 would be, okay, I know what I need to know to run the actual business of the lemonade stand. Now I'm going to run that lemonade stand. So we're at the 8 where we're running the lemonade stand, and we are becoming more adventurous in how it is we think about how we want to expand on this venture, how it is we see it going, and creating a long-term plan for it, and creating a contract with other people, and then allowing how we want to move with it to allow it to come, because we're actually in that experience. It is being inspired and being optimistic to kind of create more from that one thing, which was the lemonade stand. So that's pretty much the energy of what we're going to be in today. Talk briefly about the water energy, how we're feeling about all the changes and stuff. Just still be mindful. This month is going to bring about change, and the goal here is to adapt to that change, and you will get what you want, because the changes that are happening are really in alignment with what it is that you are looking for. I think episode 2 talks about the water, or the lesson of the year. Of the month. Sorry. Yeah, but I think it talks about that one. So yeah, go check that out, and it'll give you more clarity on what the water is. But just be mindful, the water has to do with your emotions. So allow your emotions to be adaptable and to be changeable when things arise that may be out of your comfort zone, or your ideas and what you had, or what you want to do. Let's see, how you're coming off today is the King of Wands, very clear-headed, very keen, very professional. The King of Wands has to do with justice, has a really good perception, is authority, is responsible, is being well prepared, and is decisive. It's connected to the first decan of Libra. Libra wants to relate, unite, connect. It wants to balance. It talks about justice, romance, art, love, and beauty. So it's really an energy that is you really take your life seriously. Not seriously, but you know what you're doing. Like it gives the idea that you have power and ambition, and you come well prepared with the things that you want to do, and you have keen perception and authority when it comes to your ideas. The foundation of today, what will help you, what supports you, is going to be the 10 of Wands, and that is a 36-9, and that has to do with obstacles, intuition, invention, leadership, standing your ground and knowing what you believe in, protecting your family, learning something new about yourself, and learning your strengths, and stepping into courage. So this energy could show you where the obstacles are, and you're learning to rely on yourself when it comes to finding courage in limitations or things that may not be going your way. This is connected to the third decan of Sagittarius, which is the sun sign. So it's intuitional and inspirational. It has a blend of ego and your super conscious awareness. So it'll help you to just be more prepared and standing in what you believe in when you are moving in that king of Swords energy. And when you're moving as the Page of Wands, you're moving in that new and exciting ventures of business and developing that business. The nine has to do with eruptions, death, weapons, fevers, inflammation, change, endings, charity, inspiration. So just think of things just coming to you, or the answers just getting to you, messages coming to you by mail, by air, by phone call. You may be just receiving messages on how to move forward. So look forward to that on this day. The number 8 is compatible with the number 3, which has to do with imagination, expansion, self-improvement, creation, self-expression. The number is also compatible with the number 6, which has to do with duty, domestic affairs, family, responsibility. The 8 is about achievement, career, power, major moves, business, and recognition. The signs that are compatible with the 8 energy would be Capricorn, Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Libra. So hopefully that helps you guys out with the day. I kind of want to go over a little bit of the astrology. The moon is in Leo at 28 degrees. It's around 9 something. It's still at 28 degrees. Will be the third decan of Leo's signature, and this will be Mars. And the Leo energy acts impressively within excitation of admiration and creatively with the power to produce. With Mars, it is the strength and willpower, and it'll add to your impulsiveness. So just be mindful of the impulsive ideas, the impulsive actions that you take, because we're moving in a way where our ego and our determination is moving, and we just boom boom boom. So just be mindful of acting and moving impulsively with this energy with at the 28 degrees. By 11:45, the moon will be in Virgo, and Virgo acts in a manner that is analytical, with the intention of separating into parts, and critically with the purpose of making a judgment. It has the affinity to the physician, the nurse, the server of people, charity, editing, medicine, food, and hygiene. So be mindful that the energy is going to switch from this this ego type of energy, this vital, expressive energy, to this analytical energy around 11:45. So here are So the sun is opposite Mars. The sun is trine Neptune, and so the sun opposite Mars makes you passionate and competitive. Whatever the outlet is, whatever you find, is likely that you'll involve an area of competitiveness, or you'll put more stress on doing something than what needs to be. Just be mindful of doing that. The sun is sextile Neptune. It will help you with your imagination and will help you to inspire your creativity. This will be good to go with the Page of Wands and use your imagination. It is. It also may bring, if you're highly sensitive, it may bring a heightened sense of awareness or anxiety. So be mindful of that. But all in all, the sun sextile Neptune helps you to connect spiritually to yourself and other people. And you should be able to use your imagination to tap into more positive feelings and ideas and what you want to engage into. The Mercury is in conjunct Jupiter, and it just means that you may exaggerate whatever idea or philosophy or belief that you have, whether it's going your way or not. Whatever it is, you might find that you may exaggerate that. So just be mindful of that. Also, it may, whatever you focus on is going to grow. The sun is going to be sesquisquare Jupiter. reflect on where you find yourself procrastinating, and learn to manage it by doing like small tasks to kind of get more into the self-control energy. But you may find yourself being overstimulated, and so when you're overstimulated with this Sesca square, you may just not want to do nothing. So just be mindful. I mean, Sesca square. So just be mindful of that. It just requires your energetic adjustment. Uranus is going to be sextile the North Node, so you may be encouraged to embrace new ideas when it comes to your imagination, how you can expand on things. So it might be life will bring you surprising opportunities that which will help you again to allow you to expand on your ideas. The sun semi-square Saturn, you might feel a little bit of tension and pressure when it comes to growth and maturity. It wants you to act on demands that require you to be disciplined and require you to have some sort of responsibility and hard work. So I'm thinking more like a passion project, but make it your life. So it's forcing you to kind of have that in your life, because if not, you may not feel fulfilled. Okay. And last but not least, Mercury quintile, the North Node. Quintile pretty much it points to a talent, or it points to somewhere where you have a fascination, or somewhere where you can build something from this idea, this abstract idea that you can grasp. So maybe in how you're communicating today, you may think to yourself, oh, that's how that is coming together. It's kind of like blending two things that don't actually make sense, and you're finding the common ground between the two. So be mindful that may happen with Mercury quintile, the North Node. So I thank you for being with me for today, for episode 4 of Numerality. So until next time, be well and enjoy. Peace.